Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. Happy Holy Thursday. So, as we head into Easter weekend, just thinking of everything that God has done for us in our lives. I'm going to give it to God today. Come get ready with me. Come on in and we'll get ready for work today. So let's see. Keep on loving with all your heart. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 22. So I feel like, God knew his mission and he just kept loving us to the very end, which was not the end, it was the beginning for us because he loved us so much. So keep that in mind as we go into Easter weekend and just reflect on that. And, just the passion of the Lord is the love he has for us and everything that he endured on earth and up until the very end on the cross, as a reminder to just keep carrying our cross daily with his help. So anyway, I hope y'all have a blessed day today. I am air drying my hair today, so wet hair, but just bear with me. We're going to do some skincare. Let's start with that. Actually, I'm going to tuck my hair behind my ears. It's just easier. Use some rose water, which we have on my website to be able to purchase, products like the rose water, this is a generic form of rose water, but it helps to add some hydration back. I'm going in with some Glowplexion. So this is our anti-age serum, which helps with those fine lines and wrinkles. Adds hydration back into the skin. And then that hydration that you're putting in helps your makeup to just go on a lot smoother. But don't forget to be drinking water too. So throughout the day, keep it near you. I have to keep a water bottle next to me visible the whole day just so that I am making sure that I'm drinking enough. And I do counsel about that, with my patients, just the importance of keeping well hydrated so that you keep a good, efficient running body. So I'm going in with some moisturizer of choice, which doesn't happen to be unique, but we do have all of these products that I'm, putting on the skin today. I happen to be using CeraVe over the counter, but eventually, like the Glowplexion, they have a whole series of products, for moisturizer, cleanser, and eventually I'll be experimenting with some of those products as well. I'm excited. I have built up enough points where I did get some rewards, and you as a customer to me will build up, rewards that way in that respect. So I was able to make like an order with my commission, some of my commission money, and I'm excited. So once I get that package in the mail, I'll share like what I got, but really good deals. And I'm going to be getting the blurring primer along with it. So I got two kind of specials, and then those counted as my 3 items, and then I was able to add another one on and then get the free blurring primer the other day. So we have started a new sale item that's a gift to you when you purchase 3 items on my site, and it can be from any of the stores, including, you know, the Joybell nails, which these are the Anna's, excuse me, the Anna's in the French, classic French. So they're a shorter nail, although on me they look longer just because my nail beds are smaller than most. But some people do trim these down, but like with the French, of course, that's kind of hard to do that. But I don't know, I might eventually kind of experiment with that too. I am used to my nails being a little bit shorter, but I just love these nails. They're so elegant, so beautiful, so feminine. And so try them out. You know, don't be afraid to try new things. You know, I'm not used to these, but I've tried these out, and I've learned to like type and just do various things with longer nails. And I've had longer nails that I've grown out, you know, on my own. You know, but it's, anyway, so I'm going in with squalane oil, which is another really good hydrating product. And that blends in. I mean, it, even though it is an oil, it acts more as a hydrating tool to your face, where it's gonna soak it up and match your hydration level to where it needs to be, your natural hydration level. Okay, any kind of extra, I'm not wasting the goodness. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some eye cream. So last night I had done kind of a little bit of a video. I had to delete some things. I really have to kind of work on that a little bit more, where I'm uploading as I'm doing, so that I can make room for more videos to do. Last night I was cut off just doing skincare, but I did want to show you just that I was exfoliating mostly. And, you know, I was going to go in and I was going to do, you know, my skincare, where I was going to take the makeup off with our makeup remover. You know, of course, the rose water again, my moisturizer, and then my night serum, and the beauty oil that I use at night. I use the Borboleta, which has really kind of helped the growth of my lashes, like the length of my lashes. I'll be using it 3 weeks, I think, on Saturday, I think it is. And I'm just, you know, they say give it a good 3 months to kind of really see any kind of effects or just benefits that you're getting from this. But I've seen benefits a lot sooner, and I have seen other demonstrators, same thing. They're telling the same thing. It's just a really good product. You know, you are paying money for this, but you know, if you want, where you have like, you're just noticing maybe due to age with you know, growth of the lashes or isn't what it used to be, this is a fantastic product. So, and if you have worn like fake eyelashes for a while and your eyelashes have just like deteriorated, this is a product that was developed for that very reason. And actually the company that makes this, I believe, made false lashes too. But then they were seeing customers losing their lashes, you know, way too much. So it helps to just build the lashes up again. So it's, again, just a really good product. And I did use Mary Kay. If you want to go to Mary Zimmerman's site, or Sean Hudak is another friend of mine that sells Mary Kay in town. So Shout out to both of you. I love you. But Mary Kay, I looked at, we do have lip scrub on our site too, so do look for that as well. So I'm helping out some friends, helping myself hopefully to, have you look at our products. And this is another one that I don't sell, Dermatology, but I put it on at night, or some sort of like lip balm that just really sets into my lips where it's going to hydrate them, throughout the night. Last night I didn't do this, but kind of every other day I do the hydrating mask where you can keep it on all night. And it's just that extra element of just getting your skin good and hydrated. And it makes it really, really soft, your skin. Okay. I get to talking and then I forget what I'm doing, so I don't really remember if I was putting on. Forgive me, please. Do any of you kind of do that sometimes where you're talking and then you forget, like you kind of get sidetracked, or is it just me? So drop a note in here and just say, hey, I do that too. Or, hey, you're just out of the norm. But you want to kind of just massage it into your eyes here. This is something that I do use at night as well. I do put the oil, the uplift oil at night on my eyes. So again, it just, all the hydration just helps fine lines, wrinkles, just giving hydration back to the skin, which we, no matter what, should be replenishing that daily by drinking enough water and just adding it back into our skin. So importance of that, is just, then your makeup is going to go on a lot smoother, and not look cakey and not look, like it's just right on top of the skin. It looks like it blends in, and it just is more of a natural way of doing everything. So I am going to start with the primer, and I'm excited again, to try that blurring primer that's coming in the mail to me soon. I can't wait. So I'm gonna just prime my face, including my eyes, just getting that barrier set where I'm not gonna be using as much makeup because that primer has set up a kind of like a wall where it's, your skin is porous. So if you're not setting up that boundary, that kind of wall, you're going to just keep applying makeup until, forever. It just soaks it up, and it's not good to use a lot of product. And really, with the expense that you are putting in, the investment that you're putting in with your products that you do purchase, you end up really not using a lot anyway. So just keep that in mind, with over-the-counter kind of products, you end up using more than what you bargained for. And I never really believed that until I really was using these products. You hear it from somebody else trying to sell you the products, but then in actuality, when you are doing it, some of these products I've had like forever. Like I mentioned, with the, I think this is the original one that I bought that actually attracted me to Younique. And it's one of those fallback items that, I love it. Like no matter when I use it, I love it. And I love all their other kind of foundations that they have. So they just have a lot to offer depending on what you feel like your skin is doing. So anyway, we're going to do just kind of a basic look, my go-to now, right now, kind of eyeshadow look. Let's make sure that, sometimes I get so much hydration on my eyes that I need to, okay. And I need to remember to do my eyebrows today. So let me grab, hold on, grab that. If I can find it. see, it's a silver looking tube. Well, forgive me, I think I have too much in here. Here it is. Here it is. You know when you're looking for something and you just can't find it. So it's staring right at me. But, you know, keeping it here to remind me to, to do it. And I'm just going to do, you know, the Reverent liquid eyeshadow. I might just, I don't know. There it is there. Just kind of swiping it up here and then blending it in. Doing it in like a sideways V kind of motion. And I am getting out of the lines today, so just another reason that I like doing my eyes. First, see how I got out of the lines there. But when I put my concealer on, it's going to like just clean all that up. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. The key with eyeshadow is really, with makeup application really, is just to blend and blend. Tap and blend and, you know, all the things. Okay, so same thing, we're gonna do kind of a sideways V and just, you know, blend upwards. Like I have more of just a reason just to kind of lift upwards where it brings your eyes up, because I tend to like, you know, when I take pictures or whatnot, or when you see me, like you don't really see a whole lot of my lids here. They just kind of get lost. But this kind of gives a little bit more where you can, you know, the contour will help to kind of open your eyes. And then, you know, the lighter shade that I'm going to be putting on, which is going to be from the Rose Tone palette, this is proving to be a little more useful than what I thought it was going to be for me. I'm using it a lot. I'm really loving it. So, you know, don't be afraid to kind of step out of your comfort zone of just things that you would normally do in your makeup. You know, I love this burgundy kind of color, but then you think, on my eyes, I'm not so sure. But it's really, you know, you can add as much pigment or as little pigment as you want to, but adding color back into your skin helps us, I mean, as we age, we lose pigment in our skin. So adding that back in is crucial to just allowing your face to become kind of more of a youthful appearance. So I'm going in with the like champagne color, and now I'm gonna like just top the lid with this. And again, we're gonna blend it out. I'm gonna make kind of like a actually like kind of like a triangle kind of effect there, where kind of blending upwards. And then just kind of blend that out. Do you see how much lighter this shade is compared to the contour that I put on? And then just kind of blend those together. Okay. You can always add more color if you feel like, you know, once you blended it, it's like you can no longer see it. You know, you are the gauge to how much you actually want to put on. So you need a little bit more. You know, again, just kind of making kind of more of a triangle, kind of in this kind of meeting where the contour is, but like 3/4 of the way, you know, on the eyelid. Okay, and I'm going to blend that out again with my blending brush. There's a lot of different brushes. I will post just my look today a little bit later on. I kick myself every morning. I need to just get out of bed, you know. I have high hopes that I'm gonna get up early. Are there any, are you a morning person, or are you a midday person, a night owl? Let me know in the comments. So the more that you kind of comment, or like give me a like, give me a heart, share it out, the more likely it's going to reach someone else, or that my message is being seen by Facebook so that they keep me visible. And I have half of 1,000, about 500 followers at the moment. 496 maybe, to be exact. So if each one of you even just likes, gives me a heart, for sure shares it out, then I'm more likely to kind of just build the number of people that I'm able to reach. And as I said, I'm just trying to give back joy, just glorify the Lord with what he's done in my life and what I know he does in your life, and just helping you to recognize the gifts that he does have right in front of your very eyes. And I promise you, you could be having the worst day in the world, but there is something good in your day too. Okay, so just trust that, believe in that, friends, that the Lord is not out to get you. It's the devil that's telling you those lies, that he's just meddling in your life where he doesn't need to be. It's us believing him and going his direction versus going in the Lord's direction. So fight that darkness, fight that just battle that you might feel within yourself, and overcome. The Lord can help you overcome any kind of darkness that you feel or that you are encountering, or just it's a bad season of your life. There is good in that season as well. So trust and just believe and hope that there is a better tomorrow. In fact, God is already in our tomorrow, and he wants us to know that, like, it will be a different day tomorrow, or maybe in an hour, or maybe, tonight. Just keep trusting. Okay, so we got our eyeshadow on. I'm going to clean everything up. And you know what? Let's do my eyebrows first, because I tend to be forgetting that on my last kind of videos I've been doing. So I brush my eyebrows down, and then that kind of gives me an idea, like what I might be missing as far as color in my eyebrows. And I just realized I don't have a light on here to really help me see what I'm doing. So, okay, let's see. Literally. So that helps me now I can see kind of really where I need to maybe fill in. So, you're really kind of filling in, your eyebrow really should kind of start like right here, here, and then really at the edge of the eye, kind of just, taper down. I just happen to have eyebrows that I've never like plucked, or I've never kind of really, messed with too much, where I don't worry about kind of the shape of them. And I know my mom, when she grew up in the 50s, it was very, very popular to do like the pencil eyebrows. And so she hasn't had eyebrows since then. So she, to this day pencils in her eyebrows, and which is fine, that's a choice, she made. And some of you may have made that decision just to kind of pluck your eyebrows more, and then you want to just take that. So I added a little bit of color in, and I'm lifting that up. Again, we have these products. I'm using an off-brand right now, but as I build my business, as I build my community with you, these are things that I'm excited about. And I just, like I've mentioned in several of my videos, I just love these products, and I just want to share them. I can't explain it other than just, it gives me joy, even just to put on their beautiful eyeshadow or their lipstick or their blush. And so if it lifts you in any way, like, you know, if you're having a lousy day, you could be having a good makeup day. So again, you know, just looking for those things in your life that are going to like put a smile to your face. So it's important. And it's something simple as that. You think, not really, Jenny. I don't know what you're talking about, but really, it can be something as simple as that. So we did our eyebrows. I did some eyebrow gel, which we do have. We have serum on our, you know, so if you're having trouble with the growth of your lashes, which yes, I do. It's kind of sparse here and there, but like the overall, you know, just shape of my eyebrows, I've never been disappointed with what I have. You know, we do have a serum that helps your eyebrows to grow. So, you know, if you want to check that out, if you're having that kind of a problem, or, you know, if you are having some kind of issues with makeup or you have questions, I'm more than happy to like answer your questions, like right on the posts that I do, or because I try to go back and look at the comments, and I do appreciate anybody just liking, loving, sharing out. And I don't know if there's a way to find a way to, I'm still kind of working technology out, and just, is there a way to know who shared that out? Because I just really want to give a shout out to you, you know, for doing that for me, because it means a lot. So I'm just swiping down my concealer, which actually part of the package that I did. It's a concealer, yay! So I earned some product that I'll be able to try their new concealer, which is fairly new within the last year. Now I will admit, you know, the concealer that I used before, I'm just hoping maybe it's a better kind of smell. You know, some of the products, most of these products do not smell, but like I just remember using the concealer and thinking, you know, it's kind of a stronger smell than most like concealers out there. But I'm excited to like try this new product. And I did not put the concealer like right directly under the eye, kind of like here and here, and then you swipe down and you lift up the eye and clean up. I had to clean up that side where I kind of got out of the lines of my eyes, but that helps to lift the eye, and it helps to not, like if you're blending like this, you're not gonna like be, you want it to be concealing and not like looking cakey. So it helps to just kind of keep your skin, especially if you're tapping for older skin, it helps bring in that youthfulness again. I'm going to be putting in some of the foundation, the stick foundation. I debated ordering more product and but I think with my next order, I'm going to order like either the BB cream or the cream foundation, or one of those that kind of takes you into like more of like the summer kind of months. Okay, where's my spray? So I'm going to blend this out with a little bit of the setting spray, which is a great product. You know, it has dual purposes, not just as a primer, but I can blend my foundation with it, and then I can set my whole makeup look with it, so that, you know, setting it is important too, where you're not letting the environment, or like even if you touch your skin, you know, it's like it protects the makeup that you put on and that you did, where it's not gonna smudge and it's not gonna like you know, come off immediately. So this helps it to last longer throughout the day if you set your makeup. Okay, so just tap it out, blend it out, get your arm workout in. Which I'm going to tell you, I've been kind of horrible since the weekend with exercising. Are there any tips or tricks out there? I have one that I'm talking to now, a patient that she's a Zumba instructor, so we joke that I'm helping her with the nutrition side and she's helping me with the exercise side. And I don't know, like I used to be just wanting to stay active all the time. And I know I've preached to all of you to stay active and to keep active every day. Like, I really have no excuses. Just take care of yourself, friends, and hopefully I can get on my treadmill or go for a walk today because it's another gorgeous day here in Alabama. But I'm going to work my other job this afternoon. And okay, so, see how beautiful just it kind of just blends out. All right, so next we're going to put in some blush, and I'm going to put contour, like a color, and then a highlight. So these are our stick foundations. You want to find your cheekbone and just kind of start the contour kind of that way, and then you put color on top of that, like kind of right above that line. You want to put it kind of add contour back into your face because you kind of swipe that away with just making with the foundation, one color. I do the tip too. And this is the Barely Bronzed Bare You Stick Blush. Okay. And, really I use kind of more of a flat brush. This is not one of our brushes, but I've had it like forever. And I believe it's a Mary Kay, or it may be my sister-in-law used to sell a certain kind of makeup as well at one time. And honestly, I'm really forgetting the name of, of that makeup, but makeup has been in my history for a long time, just with God's like, do you want to sell it? Do you want to sell it? Just try it. Just try it. So finally just kind of listening to some of those messages, you have hopes and dreams, of accomplishing certain things. But I just love makeup. I love these products. Allergies. Okay, so that just gave me a little bit more contour, just kind of more of the sun-kissed kind of shadowing kind of look. And then I'm going to go in and put some color on top of that. So my necklace kind of has more of the redness to it. It says Faith on it. It's actually one of a Mary Kay gifts that I had gotten when I was selling products with Mary Zimmerman. So I still have that. I love it. So she'd give like incentive kind of gifts with that, just being part of her team. And another just beautiful person in my life, just a beautiful person inside and out. I love you, Mary Zimmerman. And just because I'm selling these products doesn't mean that I don't love you. I just have always looked up to you. She's an incredible mama, an incredible Christian, and just a beautiful person. So shout out to you, Mary. So that's the color. And then I'm going to go in with my setting powder, which I rave about this every time, where it's like, you gotta try it. And you really do, like, you have to like try it to believe it. So you don't need much product, just kind of tap it out. And then like I said, it's like Photoshop to your skin. Like, See the difference here, between here and here? It just really, and then it just really helps to set your makeup. So this is another, you know, setting product like the spray is, but I just happen to do kind of dual, just to that extra coverage of just keeping my makeup down and not running the risk of it smudging into the fine lines and pores, wrinkles, all of that good stuff. So hope my hair can dry. I need to probably put the hair dryer to it just a little bit. But I do happen to just kind of, as I've gotten older, oh, choking on my own hair. My hair has definitely gotten more curly. It's kind of always been kind of in between, where I could style it a little more curly, but then not this curly. I think hormonally wise, as I've gotten older, it just, that curl just has come out more. My mom had the ringlet curls when she was a little girl. And actually, I think she keeps her hair shorter just because of that reason. Like, you know, it's easier just to have shorter hair than it is to kind of do your curls every day. Okay, and again, another really good product is hydrating on the skin. You actually feel that coolness that the water molecules are in this, and they're encapsulated by the powder. So when you put it on your skin, you just have that immediate just coolness effect, like you're being splashed by water, taking a dive into the pool. Okay, now I add usually a little bit of just extra kind of just a tinge of color back on to my nose and my cheeks. I like the dewiness look of just that element of shininess, which draws, you know, your eye to the face. So putting that highlight on next is what we're gonna do, and that just highlights. So like I put it on my nose, and then the very tippy top of my cheeks that I just did, and then the very tip of my lip. So it's kind of like the sun shining down on your cheeks, you know, on your face, on your nose where you put it, and then kind of right above your lips. So I don't know if you can see kind of that shiny kind of just effect that the highlight gives. But I just feel like it's such a pretty effect with makeup. And if you think about it, when you're painting something, it's the same thing. You know, you're gonna add in the contours here where it's gonna shade it in this area, but then when the sun hits this part of the painting, you know, it highlights it, and it's supposed to kind of look brighter. Same thing with your face, you know, you're adding that color back in, and you're adding the highlight and the contour, and just, it becomes a beautiful picture so that you're painting daily. So it's just, I look at it kind of like that. It's fun. It's fun, like it's an art form to do. I'm not like a makeup, like true artist. I didn't study this, but I mean, I did study art, so it's kind of similar. Okay, friends, what's next? I need to do mascara, and I'm not really putting any eyeliner on. Sometimes I just feel like yesterday's look was probably a little bit too dramatic than what I wanted, but you know, it is what it is. You know, you just experiment, and I did use like the rose tone palette to kind of do my my eyeliner, but like I think my shadow was a lot darker, so like it made my eyes just look a lot darker, which I just tend to go for more of the bright kind of, just where it pops your eyes more. And so I just, you know, when I think about it, I want to try to stay within that brightness of just colors that are going to do that for my eyes. And you know, I'm just raving about the Borboleta product that we have that you can buy on my site, just with the growth of my lashes. And this product that I use too is helpful with just your lashes, you know, keeping them healthy and keeping them, because it's got the primer in it, so it's gonna soften or just make your lashes feel like it's a conditioner, kind of like a conditioner would be for your hair. It conditions your lashes, makes them softer, but then also strengthens them and helps to thicken your lashes. And it's got the tubing that wraps right around your lashes to help kind of, I don't know, protect your lashes or whatever, just kind of make them look fuller too. Not this last time when I was getting my crown, but like 2 years ago when I got a crown on one side of my face, like the person that was helping with that, the dental hygienist, was like, wow, your eyelashes are just so beautiful and long. And I was using this product, and I kind of told her about the products. At that time I wasn't selling them, but you know, I directed her to KLM Beauty, which, you know, if you want to go there, you know, I'm hoping to build this community too, but KLM Beauty is just a wonderful community that I've been a part of, you know, still try to be a part of. Following her, she's going down to go see her too, that live in Florida and go to school down at West Palm Beach. So she'll be going, she lives, I guess, in Indiana. So she's looking forward to like the weather down there. You know what? And I don't even really know, did I put enough? Some people don't put, like, the trend with the younger generation now is not really to put mascara down on the bottom lid, but I had kind of forgot to do that. But I'm just one that just kind of wants to do that. And your lashes really, they say to kind of put them out instead of kind of like more down, because then that opens up your eye too, or makes them just appear to be bigger. So, you know, lashes not down, but like kind of just draw them outwards, I guess. And then just doing a couple coats. I'm not going to go crazy on that. But another tip that Cara Lewis Newton said is just to brush the back of your lashes. And then that kind of helps to elongate them too, which, if you think about it, it covers kind of the back where it kind of adds that extra layer of just lifting them up or making them appear, you know, to be longer. But I really feel like they're a lot longer. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna do our lip liner. And again, I'm gonna go for more of like the shade that's in my necklace here. This is Patience. Lip liner. And I'm looking forward to going and spending time with my oldest daughter this weekend. And for some reason, I was like, you know, I had been to Palm Sunday and all that, and I'm like, when my son Ryan came and visited the other night, and I was saying, well, I'm going up to see Katie, you know, on Friday. And he's like, oh, for Easter? And I'm like, you're right. For Easter, yes, she invited me. And then, anyway, so it's all good. We're gonna have fun. So, and it was good to see Ryan the other night too. He was here for a job that he was doing. I'm not going to use the mini lipstick. I'm going to use, he still kind of mows a lawn for a trucking company, and he was here to do that, and the lawnmower broke down, and he said, Mom, can I come for dinner and stay the night? And I'm like, of course you can. This would make a mom's heart just the happiest ever if I could see my second child. So anytime, you know that you are welcome here, Ryan. You are family. Don't, forget that. So anyway, I'm just joking with you, but like it's just always like a joy to see him. He always has some kind of story. So he lives in the Atlanta area and is going to be starting his new job here on Monday night, like not full time, but enough where he's going to be putting some hours in, and he's finishing his master's in civil engineering at Auburn and had a meeting there yesterday too. So he's like, I could stay the night, I can have some dinner. We cooked a good dinner, some cube steak and some couscous, garlic couscous. I'm an Aldi shopper a lot of the time, like Walmart and Aldi, but they have good couscous. It's really simple to make. It's really good for you too. It was a garlic flavor, and then I wrapped some asparagus and some bacon. So we were explaining that to his girlfriend, what we were having, and she said, oh, that sounds so good. But anyway, don't be afraid to eat good too. Balance out your plate for sure with fruits, vegetables, half of your plate. Here's the nutritionist coming out, protein, a good quarter of your plate, but it does depend on your age and your body weight and all that, with how much protein you need. As we get older, especially, we lose lean mass and just muscle in general. So keeping up with your protein is just really important. I talk with patients all day long about that and what's needed for their particular case scenario, because everybody's different. And with the hydration level too, I have some that are very active and some that are not as active, and I'm probably one of those. I just need to set a time every day, set the alarm. I haven't been setting the alarm, so I think that's probably what it is, friends. Let's start doing that, Jenny. But anyway, okay, that is my look today. I am, again, just kind of air drying my hair. I'm going to have maybe some downtime before I start my other job and just have some really good lunch, a good lunch, and then, have a good afternoon. I hope y'all have just a blessed rest of the day. I'm considering going to Holy Thursday Mass tonight, and I'm going to be missing the Fridays. Just it's a good one too. And then, of course, anytime I can, just spend time with the Lord like that, I'm gonna try to to build myself up too, and get out there and go to church to celebrate the Lord's coming again. So he rose again to save us from our sins, and the day to definitely celebrate that is on Sunday, Easter Sunday, which I feel like is so early this year, but sometimes it falls on my birthday. I've had it where my birthday's on the 16th. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, give you back your day, because we're going almost on 50 minutes here. But I've enjoyed it. I just love kind of the chats that we're having and building our community. Again, just go find your joy out there, friends, and take care. Love ya. Bye.